Word.
No English.
Password.
Game night! Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Lincoln, Aaron, and myself, Dave, are going to play Sagrada, a game for 1 to 4 players, published by Floodgate Games and designed by Daryl Andrews and Adrian Adamescu. So, let's build our stained glass windows. Aw, pretty.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Lincoln!
Will you teach us Sagrada?
I will. In Sagrada, we are all artisans trying to build the most beautiful stained glass window. Ooh. And by most beautiful, I mean highest scoring. And by stained glass window, I mean these dice.
All right.
All right? The game is going to take place in 10 turns. And a turn consists of whoever the start player is. Did I just do it by perfect? 2, 4, 6? Nope, I was one off. The start player is going to draw from the bag in a 4-player game 9 dice, which is number of players times 2 plus 1. All right, that's the formula for always. You're going to roll those dice, and then you're going to draft them. So, as the start player, I would draft one of these dice and put it somewhere here in my window. Then Nikki would do the same, then Lincoln, then Aaron. And then settler style, we go backwards from Aaron. Then Aaron would take another one, then Lincoln, then Nikki. And from the 2 remaining, or maybe more, I would take one and put it here, and whatever die or dice don't get used, they go here on the board. All right, to indicate that's round number 1.
If there's more than one, you just stack them up or something?
You just put them next to each other.
Okay.
But they don't
Because they don't go back in the... Or no.
They don't go back in the...
Yeah, okay.
They go here. All right?
Interesting.
There are 5 colors of dice, and there are 18 of each. What are you trying to do here on this board? Well, we're all going to have one of these little stained glass templates that slide in the back of our window frame and create this little pattern right here, like I have. You will see that some spaces are white and some spaces have color and some spaces have numbers, or as they like refer to them in this game, shade. The 3 is a lighter shade than a 5, which is a lighter shade than the 6.
Rama
You can see it
Yamamoto
actually
in
right
real
here
life
this card. See how the
MMO
1 is the lighter.
AFK.
But they all have either a color or a number, and that is a restriction for that space. So I can only place purple here, 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 and only red here, and only yellow here, and only a 6 here, regardless of color, and only a 3 here, regardless of color. Additionally, there are global placement restrictions in which you can never put a die orthogonally next to, so right, left, up, down, another die of the same color, in this case 2 purple next to each other, so that's no good, or the same shade / number, so I can't put a 4 next to a 4.
Okay.
All right? So, for example, if I had a purple 6, I would never put it here or here on the 6 because I am killing the space next to it. I can never put a die there. All right? So, that's round 1. Then the start player will pass, and we'll just do that for 10 rounds. And at the end of 10 rounds, you have 20 spaces, so if you actually fill them up, that would be exciting. Because
if you didn't break any of those rules and screw
because
yourself,
I haven't got into specifics yet of scoring, but your score is going to be based on these 3 scoring cards, which we just pulled randomly. There are 3 random scoring cards for every game. Plus, we'll all have a secret scoring card. The secret scoring cards are just one of the 5 colors, and we'll all
You
get
have the most of that or something?
No, we'll all get one. Whatever color. that
Just
is,
listen
if I
to the
got
music.
Yellow, I'm going to score face value all my yellow.
Oh, neat.
So I want nothing but yellow 6s if I get yellow.
Cool.
Right.
But I also still need to make my thing.
Right.
Okay. Let's talk about scoring before I get up here to the tools. Medium shades, this is going to score for every pair of the 3-4 you have, just anywhere on your board. You're going to get 2 points.
Oh, my guy is completely
Before we're
smashed.
done, I have 3 3s on my board and 2 4s on my board. I'm going to get 4 points because I have 1 3-4 and a second 3-4.
Well, they don't have to be adjacent.
Nope.
They just got to be on the
Just
board.
you look at your whole board.
Neat.
Count up your 3s, count up your 4s. For every, whatever the equal pairs are, you get 2 points for that. You can get 5 points if each of these columns that you have
Is different.
is 4 different colors of the 5. So you can score with that up to 25 points because you're going to score each column separately.
Right. Not
All right?
likely, though.
Not likely. Not likely is correct, but not impossible to do.
Right.
Additionally, this one is numbers/shades the other direction. This is going to
Clean
score
Death
5
moved in
points
from Old
if
Timers
all
Guild by the
5
server.
die in your row are
different numbers.
numbers/shades, and you can score up to 20 points with that one if you can make that happen. That's also they're all really hard. I mean, they're not really hard. They're hard to get
all.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're not hard to get some. Okay, now what I haven't explained are the tools. The tools are basically rule breakers, and they work as follows. We are going to get, at the beginning of the game, just 2 of these cards randomly. All right? They are double-sided. You are going to look at all 4 sides and pick which one you want to play. All right? They have little dots at the bottom. This one has 6 dots, this one has 5, that one has 3. The fewer dots that are on the card, the easier the card is. Okay? But what you're going to get for each dot is one of these stones. So if you play the 3-dot card, you're going to get these 3 stones. Okay? Any stones that you haven't spent by the end of the game are worth a point, but you can spend stones to use these tools.
Lauren
All
Tell
right?
moved in
So let
from
me
Old
explain what the
Timers
tools
Guild
do.
by the server.
You can only use 1 tool
Clean
per
Death
turn.
moved in from Old Timers Guild
Use
by the server.
2 on a turn to sort of daisy chain them.
What's happening?
This tool,
Oh,
the
Brewfest.
Copper Foil Burner Sure, allows
Having fun,
you,
are you?
when you
Oh, yeah.
put a stone on the card to use it, you can move any 1 die in your window, and you may ignore the shade restriction, which is to say the number doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I don't even. My
So,
guy is smashed.
if
I can't. It's
I
just
had a
fuzz.
4 over here. Well, that'd be legal. If
Move,
I had a 4
every
over
time you
here,
move, it moves
I
either
could
left or right.
Use this tool
in
to
a
move this
staggering
forward
way.
where
Yeah,
this
that's pretty
5
funny.
is on my board. Note, I couldn't do that if
There was a red next
this
to
was a red next to it, or if there
There was
was
a 4
a
there.
4 next to it. The adjacency restriction still
They're
applies.
still looking at me. Boom.
It's just this card allows you to ignore the
Oh,
printed
man.
numbers on your
Okay.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Okay? All right. So in that regard, that was one way I could get unhemmed out from that situation that I was
Right.
hemmed in on.
Yes.
Yeah, I could put a 6 here because in theory I could move a 4 to there if I wanted.
It's a way of fixing your artisanal mistakes.
Right.
It was all
Right.
planned.
Yeah, well, you know, a good artist works with what he's got.
Again, you're moving a die in your window and you're ignoring shade restriction. You have to obey all the other restrictions.
Right.
So, the other thing that I didn't tell you was that the first die you place when you start the game is on the edge somewhere, including the corners. All subsequent dice that you place must touch a die previously placed on your board. For purposes of touching, diagonal is okay.
Okay.
Okay? So if you were to place a 4 here, my next placement could be any of these 5 spaces. Diagonal is okay for purposes of placing a die. So,
So I like to start my windows in the middle. Just have floating.
but you can't.
All right.
my point though is,
You
if
have to
I were
start from the edge, is that?
Yes.
you have to start from the edge, and then once
Well, it's
Your
how
first-
you make a stained glass window. You
Yes.
can't just stick a piece in the middle. I mean, you can lay it out, but you're not going to weld it, solder it in
Right.
place.
if this were my board,
Lesson
I could
moved
not
in from
use
Old
this
Timers
tool
Guild
and
by
take
the
this
server.
4 and put it over here where the 6 is, because this is not touching anything.
Right.
You have to obey all other
Oh,
restrictions.
okay.
Okay? If I had a die here,
Lesson moved
then
to
I
raid
could
groups.
move this 4 over to there. And it is okay
Lauren
in
Tell
moving the
moved in
4
from
that I
Old
have
Timers
created this
Guild by
gap
the
where
server.
well, this touches diagonally. But if that were there, it'd be okay if I moved this 4 and created that gap.
I gotta fix this
Does that make sense?
Because it's touching the
clock
edge.
up here.
Because it was
I gotta
already,
fix my
because these were already placed.
mumble.
I see.
This die has to just, you have to obey all other placement restrictions from the die you are moving.
Okay.
This tool, the lens cutter, basically after drafting, you're going to take a drafted die, then you are going to use that tool, and what you're going to do is you are going to swap that die out for any die on this
Oh,
board.
neat. That's cool.
Yep. There will be minimum 9 dice on the track. There could be more depending on if people don't draft.
So whoever moves the dice over to the round track at the end, we need to make sure that they don't change the value or the shade of the dice either, right?
Right.
Because they could come back into play that way.
Right. And the reason that there could be more than one at the end is that you don't have to draft a die. If you choose not to draft a die, you can just leave it there. later in the game, when you have more difficult placement restrictions, you may not be able to draft and place a die. All right. The rules as printed are such that you cannot draft a die if you cannot place it. That is how we will be playing today. The accepted rule by the designer is that you can also play the other way if you
In-depth
want,
move
in
in
which
from old
even
timers
if you
guild
can't
by the
place a
server.
die, you can essentially like hate draft upstream from the
To
next
take away
from the next
from
player
the
to take a die away from them. But we're not playing that way. So it won't happen right away. It might not happen at all. But it could be by like round 7, 8, or 9 that there are dice that can't be used, and they might end up on this track. In multiple dice on the track. And the flux remover. After drafting a die, you put it back in the bag. Then you draw a die out from the bag at random and make that any number you want. But whatever color you get is the color you're stuck with.
Okay.
So there's another example of a way that a die might end up here. Because
Oh, right, because it might not be placeable once you do
correct. And in which case you would make it any number you want and put it back in the pool.
Wow. So you could help somebody out there.
It's very unlikely that'll happen. You will well, again, you could pull exactly the wrong color.
Right.
It could be that you're trying specific for a color. It's usually that you want a number more than a color when you use that.
that. And this lets you set the number.
Correct. But you get whatever color you get.
Right.
Here's how these work as far as what it costs to use the card. If there are no stones on a card, which is to say the first time these get used by any of us, it's 1 and you put it on there. After that, all subsequent uses of that card cost 2.
2.
And by the
Clean
way,
that
you
move
can use
in
one.
from old
I can
timers
do
guild
that
by
for
the
turn 1, and
server.
on turn 3, I can do the same thing again if I want to. So you want to potentially use
That
them
appears
early
better.
when they're cheaper, but you might not need them early, right?
Right.
And also it depends on how many of these you have. If you have 3 stones,
Yeah,
for
you
example,
want to be first on one of them at least.
at least, or not. Again, at the end of the game, you're going to score 2 points for this, 2 points for every pair, 5 points for every column, 5 points in this case for every row. You're going to score 1 point for every one of these you didn't use. You're going to score face value for this. And then you are going to subtract 1 point for every empty space in your window.
Did you say using this tool is your action instead of
No,
taking a die?
it's in
or
addition.
It's in addition.
So you're always going to draft a die and place one, assuming that you can, or unless you choose not to.
Right.
You can also use a tool on your turn or not to. You can, in fact, use a tool and then go, and I'm not drafting a die.
Okay.
It's unlikely you'll do that, especially if you do the one where you're swapping out a die, or the one, you might not do it when you have to draft a die to use that tool, but you might want to do this. You might want to move a die and then not draft anything. Just to do it ahead of time because it's cheaper that turn, or I don't know. That's the whole game. So, let's just up.
Do we get to see our secret color before we choose?
Yes, you do.
These,
There's 2 for
these
you.
windows?
There's 2 for you. There's 2 for you. There's 2
Woof.
for me.
They're all pretty hard.
There are definitely hard ones.
My experience with this game is you actually don't really want the 3. I wouldn't start at anything. I would definitely pick a 4 over a 3. There's your secret color.
Well, my secret thing didn't help me at all.
Mine either.
Well, but that's okay, right? You have plenty of white spaces. What do you get?
4.
4, so that one I'm ditching.
Okay. Go ahead and sneak it in first.
5.
Okie doke.
You did a 5 or 2?
I did.
Yeah, no goodies today.
2 of them were 6s, so it wasn't like it was between the 5 and the other one was a 3.
I actually had
Mine were
I had a-
all 5 or 6.
I've gotten that before. I actually had a 3, 4, 5, 6, a wide variety of choices.
I would have liked to have had a
1,
4.
2, 3, 4 for first player.
6.
And what I meant was
That's
Pretty soon this method is going to work.
Two.
That's a
Okay,
two.
Nikki P.
It's off oh, it's on camera. Nikki goes first.
Okay.
Only took 6 tries.
Let me know goodies.
I have no plan
Yeah,
yet.
that's why we usually do that off camera.
the,
I like to play it before.
Large Bajan, whatever you want to call it, didn't give me nothing.
Okay. 1,
Oh yeah, all I got was gold.
I got golden artifact.
6,
I hope she counts them every time.
7, 8. I wasn't feeling them.
No, I like it.
There's your 9.
I like Dave's method of just like,
Well,
is that
Which
9?
you can only do that once a week,
There's
if I
all
remember
kinds
right.
of things that's
Yep.
about the game is to see everyone's individual
so
method. for
both
how
of
they
us
pull
got
the dice out of the bag.
SOL.
Last week I got 2 pieces, so I,
So we got a 1 yellow, a 1 green,
6 red.
2 red, green, 2 purple,
What do we have?
2 red.
No blue. No blues.
No
So
blue
I
and
will
no.
be taking that 5 purple, please.
Okay.
Don't
Remember,
forget to
it must
start on
be,
the edge.
must be start on your edge
Oh,
somewhere.
Don't be
Nope.
putting it in that purple spot.
That's where I wanted it. Dun dun dun.
Well, you can still put it here.
Or put
But
it
can't complain.
here.
I
6
want
red.
to.
Start 6 red at the bottom.
Nope. I'm gonna do a green.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
4.
4 green.
Shade.
You changed your mind?
I wanted
She
it
wanted
right
to put it
there.
right there. She wanted to break a rule on her.
You can
very
go there
first
next
turn.
turn because remember diagonal touches.
That's right.
That counts for
Maybe.
touching.
Oh yeah, boo. Can I say boo to
Hey,
this?
that purple 5 might still be there.
You can say whatever you want, man.
Wait, I can do 6, might as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, again, it depends on what this is, and it also depends on angling for this now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, for example,
right.
Nikki doesn't
Know
want to
all
put a
about those
blue or a
guys.
purple here. Well, she couldn't put a blue; it's illegal. But she might not want to put a purple there if she's going for that column.
Right.
But she might also just say, "Nah, I don't care about that column."
Purpley 5.
Purpley 5, eh? Well, I will take a. Yeesh. That's interesting. So if I take the 1, oh, I can do that. Okay. Ah, that's terrible. This game's awesome. I'm gonna take the red 2 and put that
Ooh.
here, and then I will take the green 1. And put
The
that
green
there.
one.
The green 1.
There you go.
The green one won.
That's my whole turn.
Aaron? First you'll take Manhattan. So I have to place adjacent to that.
Or diagonal.
So it's
okay.
gonna be-
Diagonal counts as adjacent.
Which you can't
Can't
place.
place.
Wait,
Purple two.
oh,
Purple
he's
two.
changing. He's
It's
changing.
changing.
Lincoln's window has
Changing.
not set. Lincoln's,
Boy, this is
Lincoln's
terrible.
copper frames are not.
Remember, you can always do this.
No, it's fine.
Right away, right
There's no
away.
reason
Turn
to.
one.
Turn 1.
Use them tools
Alright.
to rip it apart.
So I'm taking this
Yep.
because I can't
Because the
even
green would
legally
be
do
not-
that
not
anyways.
good, right.
Yep.
Right.
And that goes here.
I like this Flightmaster whistle here on Argus. It's pretty cool.
And then 2 more
Oh, and
to
then
start
2
the
more.
turn.
What's that? What does that come from?
You got to get revered with
I knew that was too much math when you said
Argusian
2 times
Reach.
players plus
Then you can
1.
buy it from the quartermaster for Argusian on the vending card.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
How many did you get? Did you, that is.
It's like an Instacat, just like the portal. It works the same way the portal's
Just on the
I'm like, I counted 9. 9.
9 is nice.
Wow.
Yep. Agreed.
That's horrible.
Agreed.
Yes.
I'm not happy with it.
Yes, sir.
I'm also not happy with it.
Wow.
That is pretty bad. Well, you have tools at your disposal if you need them. Well, you can place a yellow 6. You have some options.
But I can't place that blue 3, which would be wonderful to get started going in that direction.
Why not?
There's a 3 right there.
Oh, well, you can place the blue 3, but you don't want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
You can decide to ignore that later, but
Eh,
I would agree.
That's true.
I want to pick things that are low in number of colors.
Okay, so you,
Oh yeah, I just did exactly what I can't do. Let's do that.
Oh, right. That would be silly.
now I can't see your board.
Oh, it's a 2.
It is a 2.
Oh,
But
my
it's,
gosh.
it's this way, right? Yeah, but it's 2. Yeah,
Put
that's
this,
terrible.
take the green 4 and put it next to the 2 the other way. Does that work?
No, he's got a 4 right there.
Yeah, it's 4 here.
Oh,
He
it's
can't see
terrible.
that.
Well, it looks like a yellow.
There's things I can do. It's ridiculous. I can do yellow 6,
Yeah, do
right?
that
Yeah.
yellow. That's pretty good.
Except it's a 6 here. But it's this way that we worry about different numbers.
Yeah.
Put the yellow
Yeah,
6
yeah.
diagonally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. If you're doing the different numbers thing.
This is bad. It's
know?
like,
Yeah, what's wrong with
what's
that?
the future? No,
That's
no,
pretty
it's
good,
just
right?
the things in the future, right?
yeah.
You-
What does the future hold?
yeah.
How would someone know?
I don't know. That's a better move anyway, Lincoln, because
That's a very good move.
like if I could have gone diagonally, I think going diagonally early helps you spread out to
late
other
yours.
players.
Agreed.
gives you
I
more
was
time.
unable
I wanted to
By
do
the
these things
server.
with blue here, is what I was hoping.
I was sort of unable to do that, unfortunately. Can't help but note the lack of red there, though. My only,
Yes.
that's the only color I need on my
This
board.
blue.
Well, that's the only color I have is blue. As
I know.
Well. That's what I'm.
Yeah, you got a lot of blue in there.
All right, well, I guess I'm taking.
You should get
guess
some
that's why
red
it's
in there,
5.
Dave. Take a red.
You be quiet. Is there a 3 in there?
Maybe you can make a red.
There are
There's
2
yellow
yellow
threes.
threes.
Excellent. Oh, well then, 1 will still be there for me.
Wow.
The yellow.
This world boss just dropped an item called Crushing the Stone, killing the demon permanently, increasing reputation of all factions on the Broken Isles and Argus by 1,000.
I only get 1 die, so I am done.
It's bind a Blizzard account. That's the first time I've seen one of those drop.
6.
There.
And then
Pretty good.
a 1, because diagonal's okay.
Diagonal's
Correct,
okay.
sirs?
And that's a
Diagonal's
1
okay.
spot.
Broken Isles, too man, that thing. It's too bad it's bind on Blizzard account. I mean, I could probably sell that for a chunk of change.
She wants the 1.
Yeah,
Well, this has to be a 1.
I do have a 6
but that has to be a 6
And
over there
this
too.
has to be a
$3.80.
purple.
Right?
Right, but the
What
yellow
he's
6.
saying is you can then put the yellow 6 right. You can, instead of this, you can put the yellow 6.
$1,380 is sold.
It's hard too, but it doesn't matter. They're all hard.
But-
Anything you have to
but
put is.
she knows for a fact this is not a red or a green, right? If she's going for this.
That's true.
Whereas this can be anything right now.
Right.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take that other yellow 3 since it's still there. Done. Is it tool time yet?
No.
Tool time.
Oh, good.
It's
I'll
early.
take this green.
It's early.
Can't
Not
do the
gonna kill
2.
anything.
I think I have to do that one just because that 2 is bad.
Yep.
It's right next to the other 2, and
Yeah.
then that goes right there. Hey, guess what? Another 2.
Hey,
Wow.
Wow, how unhelpful.
And
That's
greens.
awesome. That's awesome. So my point earlier was there are some people that roll them one at a time out of the bag
I like to just take this,
and then see how many you need.
and it's pretty close. I only need 1 more. I'm not going to take more than I need because you don't want to roll too many, right? So there we go.
Oh, Aaron, those are terrible.
Those are pretty terrible.
No, they're
You
not.
don't know what you're doing.
I like them.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Those are terrible.
They're fine. They're fine. You guys
Are
can
they?
roll them.
Are they?
They are. They're fine.
Are they?
Yep.
Are they?
Yeah.
Am I right or am I right? Or am I right?
You are right.
Okay, but don't take the blue 5. I'll
That-
do. Come on! That's the only one I wanted.
Kidding? You got all those reds. I
How
left
dare
you all the
you?
red.
I wanted
How
that one.
dare you?
Well, you could do the 2 red, Dave. That would work.
I can't. There's a 2 right here.
Oh,
There's a 2
I'm
right
sorry.
next to it. Yeah.
Blue 5 was perfect. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Aggressive drafting
Yes.
Sagrada. Out of 9 dice, I took the one you needed.
I guess I'm gonna take the blue 3, please.
No.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do?
I wanted that blue 5.
Sir. No, sir.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, sir.
Sweet.
That's terrible.
The Council of Stained Glass Window Makers disagrees with that move.
Okay, a blue 1 then. Thank you.
Puerto Rico got its butt kicked.
May I have the blue 3?
Yeah.
You guys suck. I need blue to get across this board.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I can go diagonally with the green 3 or something.
Yep. Hey, I'm in that same problem you're in.
You need red to like get out there.
Because someone didn't roll correctly.
I know. Well, I gave you 2 reds. You just didn't want them. Oh no, they both stuck. It stuck for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Deborah and I went to Puerto Rico on our 10th wedding anniversary. We had a great time.
I already chose poorly here, right? Because of the 2 over here.
Oh yeah. But you can always. That's why you can move. That's why they have tools.
Well, more importantly, you're not
That's
gonna,
why
you're not going to
stained
make
glass
this
windows
in
have
every. You're
erasers.
not going
Of
to make
course,
that in
but I'd
every
like to
round.
But
try.
you'd like to
Yeah,
try.
I don't want to spoil it every row.
Well, you still can.
immediately.
You absolutely still can with that.
Yep.
You can cover that too with something else, as long as it can legally go there later.
Yep.
I guess I could do a 2.
It just occurred to me I have to take another one of these.
Oh no, I can't do a 2.
Yeah,
Right?
sometimes
I
that's
can't
no
do the
fun,
3, so
right?
these are not
Yeah.
good there. Wow. 3 could go there. I was hoping a 1 would stay around.
Okay, Nikki P.
Need a 3.
I know.
Where's 3?
I just took them. Shouldn't have taken that blue 3.
Oh boy.
The breezes are boisterous.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think that'll be safe. A safe choice. Doot. So 5 red.
Yep.
There's an open hole.
Sure. You don't want to put it here?
Yeah, it's not bad either.
Only because remember, this has to be yellow and this has to be green.
Right,
So
right.
in case you get hemmed in earlier. And also it gives you the diagonal out to reach more stuff.
Yeah,
That
you're
would-
right.
If you're going to place the 5 red. That's where I would have put it.
That will work. Yes, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. It's also the diagonal.
Ah, okay.
But I will live with the 5 green.
You didn't want that 2 red?
I know. No, because he's got
No,
a
'cause
two
I have
right
a
next
2
to
right
that.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep
I
doing that
know.
to you.
I know.
No.
Isn't Jose going up the East Coast?
Put a 2 up on the board.
That's still not gone yet.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
either one.
I'm pretty sure.
Everybody don't forget, these are available to you.
All these 2s.
Then there's one behind, or 2 behind Maria.
Might be the number, like look at Lincoln. He's,
Getting close to being troubles.
no, I'm saying if you don't put, if you're going for this, for example.
Never in the history have so many been affected by so much so frequently.
Okay, I'll do the crazy weird one. Is that 4?
You know, but global warming is fake.
7, 8.
Oh.
I don't attribute this to global warming. I attribute this to man's interference in nature.
Going right.
It's not just global warming.
Global warming's a natural thing.
Yeah, and this needs to be. It's
been proven.
right? If I'm going to try to make that.
Yeah,
It's just-
you're right. Global warming is a natural thing, and guess what?
Unless you use some
Humans,
copper foil.
We're promoting it.
we are making it go faster.
Yep.
That's okay. It's okay until all the human population dies off,
4s on there,
and
man.
then the world goes back to normal.
It's true. I don't have a
It
single
is
one.
not the right color though.
It won't happen for a while, but
Don't forget you have tools.
Not in our lifetime.
I like how that was a very declarative statement right up until dot dot dot. Blue? Okay, I'm definitely gonna take green. A 4? Oh crap!
All right, Aaron.
No, I'll take. All right, that'll fit. I need a 6 down here.
Okay. What else would you like?
Is it me? I get to go twice?
Yes, it's exciting.
I don't know that it is.
Look at all these 2s and 3s.
There certainly
Game's
are
dumb.
some of those. I guess I need a 3 also. And red will complete my 4-color column.
Okie doke.
And yeah, that it's legal also. And I can do it. So yeah.
All right, Link.
I was hoping there'd be less choice.
Whoa,
'cause
like
it's
half the
all
guild just
awful.
logged in.
I think I need to do a 2,
Okay.
which there is a few choices there.
There's red and there's yellow and there's green.
Who?
I do
I wonder if they
this
got
one
kicked
here.
and had to reload.
Well, if you didn't take that.
Yeah, like half the guild.
Wonderful. You guys all keep taking
The chat box is all yellow.
That would have worked for me. Now I
So and so has come online. So and so has come online.
Oh yeah, mine too.
The branching out's also good. That also has the added benefit of taking the die I wanted.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way the game works. Well, purple 3 goes here for me perfectly
Oh,
right
okay.
and fills that whole thing with different colors. So, now that I can't do that,
One thing they did fix is the loot system on these invasions.
I'll take
To have to loot
Yeah.
the boss's body now, it's an automatic, and there were sometimes I wouldn't get loot.
Yep.
All right.
Back to Nikki.
Here you go, start player.
Oh.
I noticed that yesterday. I was like, ooh. Did something interesting.
2,
Not gonna do the Aaron.
3, 4, 5. There's 5. 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1,
Lincoln, you're getting a blue 4 whether you like it or
Yeah, I'm
not.
happy. I need it.
and a 9.
Look at that. There's all kinds
look at
of
all them
4s.
4s. Don't forget, there's points for 4s.
I know.
People
yeah.
like 4.
I wasn't even paying attention to
I
that.
am
I
aware
forgot all
of
about
that.
Thank you
for a
for
while.
pointing that out. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm going 3rd. I'm 4th. So.
There's
oh, hey,
there's
there's a
enough 4s that you can still have one.
4 for all.
Okay.
Finbar entered channel.
Dave, I hope this is the only 4 you can.
Doing tonight, bud?
That's the one.
It was the one I needed to go. No, I can still put it down here. Okay. But I did.
You hear me?
I did need that purple 4 there. That was
Yeah, we
beautiful.
can hear you.
Okay, good. So how you doing?
I mean, curse you.
Doing well, doing good.
Curse you, and also may I say curse you.
Okay, I see that Bobby the Brain Heenan passed away.
Not before I don't get
I don't know who that is.
do that.
Oh, famous wrestling manager.
He used to be the one with the cane.
Probably the 5 on the 5.
I didn't follow it. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to bow out due to ignorance.
But yes, that purple.
Up there with Gorilla Monsoon.
It's Aaron there.
Oh, that's right.
I was just talking to somebody yesterday about Junkyard Dog, actually.
I'm going to take a 1.
Well, nobody take the 2, whatever happens, so we can put it up here.
I've never been a big wrestling
some
fan
point
as
we're
an
gonna
adult,
need
but as a
twos.
kid we used to watch a lot.
Actually,
Yeah, same.
When I was a kid in Hawaii, dear God, we would stay up and watch all night wrestling.
Purple 2.
Nice.
Actually, what we would do is we'd watch wrestling till about 1 a.m. and then we'd turn on the Fright Night, whatever it was. I can't remember the name of the show. And then we'd watch that till we had to get our newspapers out at 3 a.m. and then
3. Has to be 3.
we'd come home and go to bed.
Living the life.
Now, when you're a kid, that's all you had to do. That's great.
Blank. Okay. You could
But then we got older.
The yellow 3.
I remember there was a bunch of the old 50 movies being shown, similar thing. But it was the Shaneling Beer all night theater.
Came from. Or you could even put the 1 in that.
Did you have that Shaneling Beer and watch all night theater?
do that.
If you want to do
Snack.
that, you would spend
Nice.
Gem.
a stone to do this.
1, right?
Then you get to move a die, ignoring the number on the board. So you could move that yellow 3 to where the 3 is. Sorry. to where
Saturday
the
Night
2
Live came in 1975 and ruined it all.
And then you could either place the yellow 1 where the 3 was to give you your
Yeah,
colors
let's just do
again,
that.
or you could put it up in the corner to cover the
The
line.
year I got married.
Oh, because that.
Because then you're right.
'Cause then
you've
you're
got new
touching it.
area, right?
Yeah.
But you just have options then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that,
1975?
'cause It's hard.
So
Yep.
one
It's
guy
not really
here.
great there.
I was
They need to
1
do
year
lots.
old.
Open up your
More importantly,
possibilities.
that also gives you the chance to get this 5-point bonus.
I wasn't born yet.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, is the
Born in '76.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's,
Okay.
yeah, and it fills his row right.
I might have been a thought.
There you go. And now this is more expensive for the rest of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We're
now it's
still
one
just
of those.
passion, brother.
Take
Yep.
the 2.
No, don't break the
So I was born in January '76, so 9 months. Yeah, it would have been
Actually, that
'75.
blue 3 is perfect.
It is.
And it gets her another pair too. It gets her 2 points no matter what.
Oh yeah, the purple 2 works too. My feeling is you have no shortage of 2s.
There is that.
You say you were 15
And
and you
this
were
is so
married?
crazy. Purple is actually the better
Me?
color.
No, that year we got two different people
If you
talking.
can do this sort of situation.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Now, any die that's not blue fits you.
I
Right?
was
So if you
15
put
when
the
he got
purple
married.
2 here,
Right.
then you're giving yourself better chances to fill that hole later. Whereas if you
No,
put,
I was
say,
20 something. I was born in 53, so 22.
that makes this one color harder.
Oh man,
22, yeah,
there's
I
some
was
places,
Hand.
21.
Take the 2 points.
there are some places in Canada that still didn't have electricity then.
He's a pair right now.
Well, she's got 3 3s.
Oh, there are still places in Canada that still don't have electricity.
I thought she had 3
Well, she has to have
fours.
more force to make
I
that
got it.
valuable.
Yeah, I have to have more.
All you gotta do is get a windmill, man. You can have
Probably
electricity.
the better choice.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Done.
Boo.
There you go.
3 up on the track.
Broke it.
There you go.
I used to live way out in the country,
It's there for you
like
now
on
if
a
you need it.
farm
Yep,
when
maybe
I was a
later.
kid, and
It only costs
now we
$1
live in like a,
1 gems for now.
I don't know what you call it, like an
Make
IT
sure I don't roll more than 9.
sort of suburb, kind of like an IT campus.
It's always
almost.
8 when you pull out, when you try for 9.
Okay.
Once again, the lack of red.
My idea of living
red distinct.
would be living out there like
I
that.
really need other. I mean, blue too.
But
would
I've done to be able to
Oh, blue 6.
go into town, see family,
No, it's not.
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Not for what he. Where
Also had access to Amazon.
Well, you could win and down.
We've
take
got a
4
nice
if
mix
that
here. We're
helps.
kind of right on the cusp of the city and like right on the outer edge of the suburbs, right before the sort of agricultural area starts.
That's what it's going to be. It has to be. And I'll get what's left. Sucks because
I live in small town Minnesota, 2,200 people.
Can't do the 6.
And I would say it's about,
I could once I get over here, but
I don't know, 10 city blocks square at the most. And then
Good.
it's all
Draw 5 from the
cornfields
bag.
around it.
As long as it's not red or blue.
Good lifestyle.
To do something now.
You're
Yeah,
Judy.
you do.
Yeah, these are great folks.
Probably going to be the blue.
They really are.
Just look.
After living on the East Coast for as long as I did,
It's hard to see.
let me tell
I
you,
just think it's so dangerous to move those dice when the face.
I don't miss it. I do not miss
You
it.
did, but like knowing
Those
you,
are
just think,
actually-
oops,
those are
what
actually
numbers were on
not
all those
legal.
again?
Not legal.
Were you up towards Maine or
I'm still
down
not
south?
across the board, really. I am kind of now.
Pennsylvania,
You only have one.
Eastern Pennsylvania. It was right on the Delaware border.
Like that's a hard place
Right.
to get to.
Which are-
This is terrible. I can't even place that for.
Now in Minnesota, I live in West Central.
Take those color restrictions and say goodbye, color restrictions. All right, bird in the hand.
Called
Yeah.
South Central, just west of Minneapolis, about an hour, 10 minutes.
Ooh, I can't place it there.
Right, right.
Gonna do it, and I can't. And I can't place it there.
You guys get your
I
share
need
of
to
winter
place-
there,
I
eh?
think I'm going to be in trouble.
Get cold.
I need
Snow.
to place in blue.
It doesn't
Yeah.
snow as much as it did in Pennsylvania.
Place
Well, there's one here,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, I guess.
and
I
it can
go
go in the
here.
corner if you
Yeah.
can just get to the corner.
Dang it.
Yeah.
But that's still, it's only going to be one.
I can tell you right
Am I
now.
gonna get two
I can
more?
tell you right now. I can guarantee you right now. I will not be taking it. I have no actual place to play it.
Wish it would snow more.
So if
I love the
Nikki
snow.
takes it, that's your only worry right now.
Yeah, me too.
Right,
I'm
but I don't
right
need a
there with
three.
you.
I
I prefer it over the summer.
No, you didn't have a place. The 3 goes perfectly in that lower corner, but you're not.
Prefer fall over any season. I enjoy all the seasons. I need them all.
Okay.
then-
And for your
and now
next-
what?
And for your
Yeah,
next
I lived
play-
for a while in Vancouver, and they didn't really have seasons. They kind of have summer and then rain. I missed having fall and spring and winter.
Lived in Hawaii for a total of 4.5 years. Service brat.
What are you doing?
It's summer all the time there.
I am going to do this.
Oh yeah. Their idea
this,
of
give me that
winter is a couple weeks of rain,
This goes back in the
tropical
bag.
warm rain.
Before you pull.
Kids, we
Yes.
just go out and
Now
play
I
with
draw.
mud holes all day long.
This is my draft. Whatever I draw,
Skim boards into puddles. You know, we just had a blast.
but it's whatever color I get. All right, purple.
No, that's not true, Dave. You were
Yes.
no. You choose a value, then you put it in the pool, and you can draft any die you want. You don't have to draft that die.
Got it. But clearly.
But clearly, it's going to be the most valuable to you, most
and in
likely.
fact, that purple 4 is going to go right there, so that works out okay. I'm done. That wasn't a red, but at least it was.
We had a blast. We had a
Yeah, it's
sort
bad.
of a
I know this is
semi-jungle
idea.
around our military community. It was government owned, so it was undeveloped. There were a few fire trails too. That's about it, man. We ran out. We had some beautiful places to swim in, mountain stream fed waters. Gosh, it was great.
I guess I
A little
can
slice of heaven, eh?
do, thank goodness.
Yeah, it was. But man, we missed winter so bad. We got back to Ohio. Dad retired. And we went back to Ohio, and that first winter, our first snow was 12 inches, and we were like kids in the candy shop. Dear Lord, did we have a blast?
I'm trusting.
I don't
I'm
even know.
trusting.
I don't
this is
have
I
not-
made up my mind then I'd never be without.
It was. I got
Without,
it.
all 4 seasons. I can't do it.
Can't be good there.
You got some green.
One red Lincoln and no blue.
Yeah, we toboggan like pretty much every other weekend.
And 5.
You know there's
green.
18 of each color,
I
right?
used to.
Where is this daggone General Zod?
And I need a green.
Whatever his name is, General Zahad D. Slane.
Oh crap! That doubles up. Oh wait, no. Green is okay in the row. It's
Last guy I got to kill for this quest. I wonder if it's another broken quest.
Nah.
Thanks, dice gods.
All right. I don't think I can use.
I'm in trouble here too. I can't place green. It's got to be
Is
blue.
that an Argus?
This was a
Yeah.
terrible placement, but it was it was something. that
I'm up
worked.
here by I'm on McCree and I'm looking for the guy, and he's supposed to be right here, but he's not.
Before done.
Okay. I would like the green 3. No, I can't place it. Sorry.
Kill more of these shadow guards. Maybe if I kill enough of them, he'll probably.
The green
My turn.
2, because I can't do the green 5 either.
I'm working on Invasion Onslaught. I gotta finish 3 invasion points.
Got one in the corner, and you get a second choice.
I've already done all that. That's a good time.
Is this a repeatable? 'Cause I think I've done it already.
But it might not be.
The weekly, which allows you to then you go and do the greater invasion, which can drop you 930, 935 gear.
And it gets you.
Oh, is that how you trigger that? Okay.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
that's how they changed it
Oh, yeah,
since
that gets
the
me that too, but that's good.
really-
too.
Yep.
They're both.
But that
Yeah, I
has
used
to
to have
be
to use those damn tokens.
What?
That has to be.
Yeah.
See, that can be one of these.
You really got to do your 3 every week at least. Then.
It just means that
Do more because of the currency they drop.
Well, I guess you're right.
I would do them every time they're up if you got the time.
No, I think he's right. Still work.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Yeah.
Do on that one?
You just swap anything for something on the track.
No, you draft a die.
Right.
And then you put it on the track for another die on the
That's
track.
what I mean.
I'm kind of enjoying the sort of bite-sized content thing because it allows me to sort of keep on top of things without getting too far behind.
Oh yeah, I get one more of these.
Yeah, they've got catch up, items in here. It's pretty cool.
Is that red 3? No, it's
Mechanisms.
I'm fine. I can blow this column and just put a purple 5 here, and not worry about it. I'm at that point.
If you're behind, you'll catch up quick. The only thing, it takes time no matter what's flying. That's the pain in the butt.
Yeah.
That's a big grind. But you only got to do it once, and that's a good.
Purple 5.
Here,
You can't do that for Argus yet, right?
This one's gonna go right.
You can't fly ever on Argus. It's going to be one of those closed
I'm
zones.
blowing my bonus in this column just because
There were 2 and I
Well, there's tons of
I
teleport.
want to make sure I place stuff.
And when you get to Revered, your Flight Master Whistle's upgraded to be able to use up here on Argus.
Oh, really? Nice. Okay.
I just got mine today.
Yeah, mine says wrong zone, so I must not be there yet.
So if you do this one,
Army of
it
Light
doesn't
Revered,
matter
or is it?
I could switch this blue to here and be next to that 3.
As long as the blue is you cannot place that.
It's a shade.
Okay, I'm not honored with them, so I gotta.
Okay.
What
Get
this
back
one
a little
allows
bit.
you to do is ignore the printed number on your card. It turns the card.
Some of the
into
world
a
bosses drop a medallion, give you 1,000
It is confusing because
rep
they use a different
with every denizen and Broken Shore and Argus.
color.
Oh,
When
okay.
they say shade, what they really mean is
Just the
value.
number,
is
yeah.
value, yeah.
But that's thematically, I get it.
My first one today.
Yeah,
You-
right. And one is lighter stained glass.
I missed part of that because my brain
It'd be
only
cool if
worked
the
part.
dice were actually 6 shades.
You're
of
doing
purple,
Draenor?
6 shades of red.
On each of the 6 faces.
Me? No, I'm doing
No,
Argus.
not you, Mouthy.
Pretty though. That would be extra.
Mouthy. Mouthy, he said. I ain't got mouthy yet.
All right, I guess
Go ahead,
this is
buddy.
the same for me. I need.
We're doing Argus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing Draenor.
You could if you made
Somebody
it
who
expensive.
keeps running their mouth was talking about a medallion.
1, 2, 3.
No, unfortunately, I missed the Draenor expansion. I did Pandera and this one now, Legion, I guess. So the other ones are kind
What I
of
need from you for
sort of in fact into Cataclysm. But it's so abandoned and empty back
Some
there.
red and some blue in here for my friend Lincoln and myself. Hey!
I like the time walking quest because I get to see all the old stuff.
Ugh,
Done.
that is not good.
That goes right there.
Yeah, you'll get the dungeon achievements too.
Yeah, isn't there a new one right now? Time walking for
Put them closer to you.
Pandera.
Pandera, right? Yeah, okay.
I think that's legal. Okay.
But yeah, it's Pandera. Maybe second guess it.
Maybe I'll make a point of that this weekend.
Place it. I can place it. No, I can't. I cannot place it.
I try to do one a night. That way by the weekend, usually got them all knocked out.
With a different number.
It's true.
You could swap the blue 6 out for the blue 3 so that it stayed there for you in case you were desperate for it later. Although that wouldn't be. The 6 is sort of ugly for you.
Where he is, he wasn't anywhere near the quest starting line. I'll be darned.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't you tell by the shade?
That's true.
I can.
You kind of can, right? It's the lightest one. And
Well, I can place the green 6. It does fiddle with
If you
this,
set
so
when you
it's
do the
gonna
time
be-
walking
it's
too, if
one
you
to-
set
I can only do-
set
I'm
it
not
up,
gonna make that
the
across,
UI so you can see lower level quest, you can pick up the dungeon
6 in the
quest.
bottom corner,
Give you a little rep.
right? It gets you the cross bonus.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe you can cover that 6 later, or maybe you.
You mean the ones that are right inside the dungeon, right?
Right.
Yeah, usually you're either right outside or right inside.
Then at least taking that gets you 6 points.
Right.
Does that make sense? That's the other thing you can do, which is whatever your bonus color is, you can just try to take high numbers.
Craig, what
in
do
that
you work
color
on,
and
bud?
just hope that that's enough points too.
I'm screwing around, so I was going to do some of
Did you want
the
that
pet
six?
battles that are some of the world quests that give
I just
pet charm.
no, I mean, I would have taken it if you didn't take it, but I didn't really need it. I think I'm going to take this green 6.